Hello all, in today's video it's going to be a follow-up from my last one that we talked about hardcore heritage, and I promised you guys I would do a review of the new one, the City of Mist, and my thoughts on if I thought it was good or bad, or what are my feelings on it. So before we get to that, let's just go over some dates and some things that happened in the month of June beforehand. So in game, if you go in calendar, you'll see that City of Mist started on the 4th and will end on July 2nd. Phase 2 starts on the 18th. And 18th is really want you guys to pay attention to, because this is the one where we will get some good stuff here. In the last video, I put a list in the description, and we're going to get some notable items in Mistmore, Solb, and Sebelis. Those zones still have things that current live players will want. Because of the unique clickies and stuff like that. So there's definitely replay value in those older zones. So it's starting the 18th, and I'll probably do another video then just to announce it so folks have a reminder to get on it. But till then, what we have is City of Mist. The other Phase 1 hardcore zones are not worth it on live servers, so don't even bother. There's absolutely nothing there that we would care about. Another thing that started in June is going to be a few things for raiders and some things for group players. First thing is raiders. Raids now drop 30 currency, which is great, and have a chance to drop up to 6 player-made items and a boatload of spells. So there's that. Superior Banner is also usable now, so if your guild right now is struggling with numbers or a little DPS or whatnot, Super Banner is now in effect, so take advantage of that. Group gamers. If you're doing current group content, all the missions could drop up to 2 player-made items now. So for example here, this is a screenshot of one of my Brood Architects, and it dropped 2 fortitudes. This is extremely lucky. Let's just set realistic expectations. The second drop is a roll if it happens or not, and if it does happen, then it's a roll if you get it or not. So getting 2 is extremely lucky, but it's better than 0 chance. So if you're still missing your fortitudes, which I would imagine a majority of the player population is, just running the Brood Architect mission and getting it till you get it is a great way. You'll save yourself some sanity on it, because killing name mobs for it is really not fun. So do this every 5 hours or whenever you can, and you're gonna live a little bit happier life. Alright, City of Mist. What are my thoughts? There's definitely some pros and definitely some cons to it. Do I feel that they did a great job on this one? Meh. I think they missed a few points, and hopefully, they watch this video or listen to the community and do make some adjustments, because I think it's needed. So let's look at it. I'll put this link in the description here, and these are all the drops that can drop from here. So some of the things to note. First thing is that none of these items are prestige. So that means all the free-to-play players are going to be using this, which is great. All the items here are also best in slot as far as group gear is concerned. So all these things excuse me, are slightly better than the Outer Brood player-made stuff, which is wonderful. So if you're a group player and you can equip some of this stuff is what you will want. City of Mist is definitely the place you want to be, because there's some things that drop off of trash, and then there's some things that drop off of name. So you're going to just click on the item that you're specifically looking for and go for it. So like, for example, the Fabled Golem necklace, this drops off a Raging Golem. So you would need to find a camp that spawns it, kill it till it drops and whatnot. While there's like this Fabled Sword of the Mist that drops from like every single mob, like every single thing, and trash. Like you'll get a trillion of these before anything else, so you'll farm it. So one of the things to note here also, a lot of the gear has the race and class restrictions from the original City of Mist. So there's like no Beast Lord stuff, no Beast Lord weapons, or small races might be restricted on using some of the gear. So just make sure that your class race combo could use something before you start trying to farm for it. That's my big tip there. All right, so as far as gear, there's no clickies, there's no augs, there's no illusions, there's no familiars. It's straight up gear with modern procs to it. Great for short term, I believe, but long term, come next expansion, all this stuff is going to be outdated. I can't imagine people coming back here for just this stuff if the gear is not an upgrade. The biggest winners are going to be two groups of players, I feel. One is going to be the free-to-play players because this stuff here is not prestige and also has luck. So you could get essentially 2 earrings, 2 rings, shoulder, neck, back with all luck. And that actually adds up to quite a bit of defensive, offensive abilities and whatnot for free-to-play players. So that's a big win. I can't imagine them to be replacing this for at least 2 to 3 expansions, right? So this is going to be great for free-to-play players, and that's really the biggest one. Viniki players, probably this is going to be good for you for quite some time as well, because Viniki is a special rule set server where you can equip stuff at any level. So as long as you get a force strong enough to start farming it, this stuff should last you, for a little bit till next expansion. But for a majority of the people that can't, this is decent. So there's that. Things that I like about City of Mist. It's definitely not the itemization. I do feel a little weird about that. But what's nice is the zone itself. And maybe I'm just a masochist myself, but the zone feels very true to how it was when it was current. There was some fear involved. Pulling, tanking stuff, you can get a train very easily. You could be trained very easily as well. The mobs hit fairly hard and don't have as much hit points. So it definitely has that feel from the original City of Mist back when it was current. I do like that. One thing I'll note is obviously I'm raid gear tuned and whatnot, and I play this game a lot, so I even struggled at some points with some pulls, so there's that. The people that could benefit from the gear from this one might find it a little hard. Tanking 2 to 3 mobs that hit hard can be difficult, so just keep that in mind. So those are the things that I like about it, that it is a challenge, where the game itself, I feel, hasn't really been that hard, but this one, it feels good. I like it. It's mixed mobs, some see invis, even through double. So it's the oozes, I believe, that can hit you in some skeletons. Let's see if I can find one that sees double going up towards the top. It definitely has that dungeon crawl feel that we've been missing in the game for quite some time. There's no real safe spots in here. So you got to just keep killing and keep moving, and hopefully things don't repop on you. And reasonable group, it's gonna be fine. But it definitely has that feel to you, which is nice. The nostalgia feel of killing stuff in here was cool. No double invis yet. Let's see. Oh, right there. Oh shit. Almost killed myself, as you saw there, and that's what I'm talking about. That very easily you can get yourself killed. All right, let's run and not kill people. Look at that, 4% that we just went away with. So there's that, and not really much else to say. My hopes is that they realize that making a whole new zone or revamp of it that's only going to benefit people for 1 year and likely no longer is not the greatest use of time. If they simply just add even collects or an aug or 2, those augs, like stat augs, would last 2 to 3 years, so people will definitely still come back. Like a little simple addition as that, people will come here and come back every year, and their development time will not be wasted. So that's my thoughts. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys on the 18th when we go over the older zones that do have the clickies, the augs, and all the good stuff that live current players, raiders, or group players will still want. So thanks again. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.